go now. Ready.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Ritter from the gun. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Ritter throwing on third down. Flushed out right. And he'll be out right at the 35. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra.
Ritter has it knocked down.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
This time, Ritter choosing to throw it. The first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. Ritter looking to throw here on fourth. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Set, ready. Ready.
On first and 10, it's Robinson. Nifty move. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back to Robinson now on first down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So second and 4 from the 22.
Ready.
Ritter will set up to throw it. And caught by London. Ritter and London team up there. First down, Atlanta.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on the opening. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Well, we know he can run the ball. There he shows he has the ability to do a little bit more.
That's what you call a complete player. A guy who can run it, catch it, probably can protect the passer when necessary, but his skills are best used when you get the ball in his hands.
And that's the thing. When you've got an athlete like that, you want to get the ball to him in multiple ways, right?
Without a doubt, because he often creates mismatches about who can cover him, whether he's coming out of the backfield or even lining up like a receiver.
Nixon now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Okay.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Love, they go play action now. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Ritter back to throw. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts from 13 yards out. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Ready.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change?
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Robinson up the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Close. 10.
Back to throw, Ritter. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter.
Okay, ready?
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Ritter to throw it. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Ready?
Going for it on 4th down. It's Ritter. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop.
Down.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Hustle.
Love now on 2nd down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, he's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On play action. Love to throw. On the out route, Dobbs brings it in. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Ready.
Play action this time with Love. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
On the double.
Coverage defensively by Jeff Okuda.
Ready.
Play fake. Here's Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. Christian Watson, 58 yards. And the Packers are back within a score. Anders Carlson now for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Ready.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Looking to throw it here, Ritter. Flush to his right. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7.
And the Falcon 1st down.
Let's go.
Now Ritter to throw on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Ritter. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Devondre Campbell, nice play to get in there and drop him. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Ritter now. He'll buy some time right. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Desmond Ritter, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go
The
now.
Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Richie Grant. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Ritter. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks him. And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
On the ready.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards. Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
That's going to be caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Luke Musgrave, 31 yards. And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Carlson's extra point up and good. And they're back with it, a touchdown at 21-14. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
On the set.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And Jones going to have a Packers 1st down as he's up to the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Off the play fake, Love. And incomplete on the deep ball. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Ready?
On the counter, here's Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
The tackle made back at the 37-yard line.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
That's good for a Green Bay Packer.
Love going to give this one to Jones. Michael Walker there to bring him down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
43 rail. Ultra. Go ultra. Ready.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he will pound the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
But what they're seeking with an RPO is space for the receiver to make a catch and then make a play downfield, but there wasn't any space available, thus the incompletion.
A 2nd down throw for Love. This is caught. Touchdown! Christian Watson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are an extra point away from drawing level. Carlson's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Following the interception, Love. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. And they're going to speed things up here. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Steel, black. Set, go.
Now Love. Open man left side. It's the tight end to Guara. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Jones is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That's an excellent stop right there here in this tie game. They're doing their best to hold the fort and at least force a field goal attempt.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? To pass, here's Jordan Love. Touchdown, Packers! Romeo Doubs from 4 yards out. And the Packers have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Carlson's extra point up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here we go, set.
Ritter sliding out of the pocket. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out. That incompletion.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
4th down, big play. Here's Ritter. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the 2nd half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Love now. He finds his man, complete. That's Pearson. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Love, they go play action now. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he is all the way up past the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. Jair Alexander up to make the tackle.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
2nd down throw coming for Ritter. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Ready up.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Ritter from the gun. And that is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Ritter on the 4th down try. Eluding the pressure right. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
I don't know about you, but can you just almost feel the relief that's going through this stadium? He picked up that 1st down. Without it, this game is over.
And when he took off, it was almost like, oh, no, this might be it, but found a way to pick up the 1st. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Ritter to throw it. He's into space past the 25, and he'll finally be taken down at the 18. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 41 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
52.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
Ritter will set up to throw it. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Coup now for the point after. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That will tie it again. 28 all.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Nixon now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Ready.
This is 1st and 10. In motion left, that's Reed.
Black shot. Ready.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Racing to the end zone. But such a costly interception. Nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now they're...
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Desmond Ritter A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
Ready.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Hut, hut.
On play action. Love to throw. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here of what could be their final drive. On 1st and 10, Love. His throw incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
Throw right side, going to be complete to the ground. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Love looking to throw it. The try.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Here's 1st and 10.
Yellow, zoom. 22 needle.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Here's 1st down.
Black Ultra. Ready?
Here's Love. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Now Love. On the out route, Dobbs brings it in. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
Now Carlson for the extra point. And we may very well be headed to overtime. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up.
Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Here we go. Slide, 97.
Running right, Jones. And they get the timeout called here. It comes with 1 second remaining on the clock.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 24-yard line.
And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. The clock showing just 1 tick. This for the win. And his kick is good. And there'll be some happy cheeseheads tonight as the Packers have won the game. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.